You did everything right. You showed up every single day when others didn't. You put in the work when nobody was watching. You sacrificed things that other people weren't willing to sacrifice. You gave up the comfort, the convenience, the easy road. You stayed when it would have been so much easier to walk away. You kept believing when everyone around you had doubts. When people told you it wasn't going to work, you kept going anyway. And right when it was finally yours, right when you could see the finish line, right when everything you worked and prayed and sacrificed for was finally within reach, everything fell apart. The business collapsed. The relationship ended. The job offer disappeared. The investment failed. The opportunity you spent months preparing for just vanished like it was never even real. And now you're sitting in silence. Maybe it's late at night. Maybe you're alone. Maybe you've been holding it together in front of everyone else, but inside you are broken. And you're asking the one question that's been eating at you from the inside out. Why? Why did I get this close just to lose it all? Why did I work this hard just to end up here? Why does it feel like every time I get close to something good, it gets pulled away from me? I need you to stay with me today. I know you're tired. I know part of you doesn't even want to hear another motivational message right now because you've heard them all and you're still sitting in the same pain. But what I'm about to share with you is different. This isn't empty encouragement. This is truth. And by the end of this, you won't just feel better. You will see your situation completely differently. You will understand what's actually happening to you. And that understanding is going to change everything. 3 reasons. Real ones. Not surface level. Not recycle quotes. 3 deep, honest reasons why God, why life, allows failure right before your breakthrough. Stay with me. Let's go. Reason number 1. Failure reveals what success would have exposed. Here's the truth that nobody tells you when you're chasing a dream. Success is heavy. Most people have absolutely no idea how heavy it actually is until it lands on them. And if you're not built for the weight of what you're asking for, it will not elevate you. It will crush you. And I know that's hard to hear, because from where you're standing, success looks like the answer to everything. If I could just get that opportunity, if I could just land that deal, if I could just make it to that level, then everything would be okay. Then I could breathe. Then I would finally feel like enough. But here's what you don't see yet. Every level of success comes with a corresponding level of pressure, responsibility, and demand that most people are not prepared for. And when you arrive at that level without the character to match it, one of 2 things happens. Either you self-destruct quietly, making decisions that slowly unravel everything you built, or you self-destruct publicly, and the fall is so much harder because you fell from so much higher. Think about people who get everything they wanted too soon. The young athlete who gets the massive contract before they've developed discipline and humility. Within a few years, the money is gone. The career is derailed. The relationships are destroyed. Not because they weren't talented, but because the success came before the character that could sustain it. The entrepreneur who raises millions before they understand how to lead people, how to manage pressure, how to make hard decisions under fire. The business implodes and takes everyone down with it. The person who gets the relationship they always dreamed of before they've done the inner work to be a healthy partner. And the relationship slowly becomes toxic because 2 broken people can't build something whole. What happens in every single one of those situations? It falls apart, not because they didn't deserve good things, but because they weren't ready to hold what they were given. Failure before breakthrough is not punishment. It is preparation. It is God. It is life saying not yet. Not because you're not good enough, but because what's coming requires a version of you that doesn't exist yet. So I want you to ask yourself something honest right now. When things fell apart, what did you learn about yourself? What weakness did it expose that you didn't even know was there? What gap in your character, your skill set, your emotional maturity, the discipline, your patience did it reveal? Because that revelation, as painful and humbling and gut-wrenching as it is worth more than the thing you lost. That revelation is the raw material God is using to build the version of you that can actually hold what's coming next. The failure didn't disqualify you. It developed you. And the you that comes out of this, refined by the fire of this experience, that version can go places the old version never could have survived. Reason number 2. What you lost wasn't what you actually needed. Now, this one is genuinely difficult to hear when you're still in the middle of the pain. When the wound is fresh and the loss is real and everything in you is grieving what didn't work out. But I need you to hear this because it might be the most important thing I say today. Sometimes what we think we want and what we actually need are two completely different things. And we can't always tell the difference until time creates enough distance for us to see clearly. Think about a time in your past, not this situation, but a past one where something didn't work out and you were devastated. Where you were absolutely certain that this was the thing, this was the person, this was the opportunity that was going to change your life. And when it fell apart, you couldn't imagine how you were ever going to recover. And then months later, or maybe years later, you look back and thought, thank God that didn't work out. Thank God I didn't get what I thought I wanted. Because now I can see what that would have actually cost me. We have all had that moment. Every single one of us. The relationship that ended and you were completely crushed, you thought you would never recover. Until eventually you met someone who showed you what it actually feels like to be truly loved. And suddenly you understood why the other one had to end. The job you didn't get, the one you were so sure was yours, until you found the career path that actually aligned with who you really are and what you were actually built for. The city you didn't move to, the plan that fell through, until you built something extraordinary right where you were standing. What felt like rejection was actually redirection. What felt like a closed door was actually a hand on your shoulder, turning you in the right direction. And here's the deeper truth that I want you to really sit with. You cannot see the whole road from where you're standing right now. You can only see the step directly in front of you. You're operating with incomplete information. You can see where you are and you can see where you think you want to go, but you cannot see everything that's between here and there. You cannot see the hidden costs of the thing you're asking for. You cannot see the person you would have become if that door had opened. You cannot see what's waiting for you 3 steps down the road that you haven't reached yet. But something greater can. Call it God. Call it the universe. Call it divine wisdom. Call it whatever resonates with you. But something that can see the whole picture, the whole journey from beginning to end, is sometimes making decisions on your behalf that feel like loss, but are actually love. The loss isn't final. It's a filter. It's filtering out what was never meant for you, so that what is actually meant for you has a clear path to find you. And what's coming for you is so much better than what you lost that one day you will look back at this moment and you will understand. You will finally understand why it had to fall apart exactly the way it did. Don't spend another day mourning a door that was never yours. The right door is still ahead of you. Reason number 3, your story isn't for you alone. Now, this is the one. This is the reason that if you really let it sink in, if you really absorb what I'm about to say, it will completely transform the way you see your pain. So I need you to be fully present for this one. Your life is not just your life. Say that again slowly in your head. Your life is not just your life. Every person who has ever inspired you, every person whose story made you believe that things could actually get better, every person whose words reached into your darkest moment and pulled you back from the edge, they went through something first. Something hard, something that broke them, something that made them question everything. They didn't inspire you because everything worked out perfectly for them. They inspired you because everything fell apart and they chose to keep going anyway. And then they were willing to turn around and tell the truth about it. Think about the most powerful stories you have ever heard in your entire life. The ones that genuinely moved you. The ones that made you cry, or made you feel like you could breathe again, or made you believe that your own situation wasn't hopeless. Think about what those stories have in common. They never start with everything was great, and then it got better. They never start with I had a plan, and the plan worked perfectly. They always start with I lost everything. They start with I hit a wall I didn't think I could get through. They start with I was in a place so dark I couldn't see any light at all, and I didn't think I was going to make it. That's the story that reaches people. That's the story that changes lives. That's the story that someone in their worst moment desperately needs to hear. Your failure, the one you are in the middle of right now, the one that feels so personal and so devastating and so final, is in the process of becoming a story. And that story has the potential to reach someone who is standing in the exact same wreckage you're standing in today. Someone who is asking the exact same questions you're asking. Someone who needs to see, not just hear, but actually see that it is possible to come out the other side of this. Someone who needs living proof that the pain doesn't last forever. But here is what you need to understand. You cannot have that story without going through this. You cannot sit across from someone who is broken and say, I understand what it feels like to lose everything, unless you have actually lost something. You cannot look someone in the eye when they are at their lowest and say, I know it feels impossible right now, but I promise you it gets better with any real authority, unless you have been in the impossible place yourself and found your way through. Your breakdown is building your testimony. Your pain is being transformed into purpose. And your testimony, when the time comes for you to share it, will be someone else's lifeline. It will be the thing that keeps someone going on the day they were ready to give up. It will reach further than you can imagine. It will matter to people you have never even met. So the question I want to leave you with isn't just why is this happening to me? The better question, the more powerful question, the question that changes your entire perspective is this. Who is this happening for? Think about every person throughout history who left a mark on this world. Every person whose name we still know, whose story we still tell, whose impact is still felt long after they were gone. Almost none of them had a smooth road. Almost every single one of them had a season, sometimes just one devastating moment, and sometimes years of relentless failure and loss and setback, where it looked like it was completely over, where the dream seemed not just delayed but dead, where the only logical conclusion, the only reasonable response to everything they were experiencing was to quit. And the only difference between the ones we remember and the ones we never heard of is that the ones we remember stayed one more day. They made one more attempt. They got up one more time. They refused to let the failure be the final word. You're in that moment right now. Right now. Not someday. Today. This is the moment that will define the next chapter of your life. This is the crossroads. And the decision you make here, the decision to keep going or to give up, that decision is going to echo through everything that comes after it. This is not the end of your story. This is the chapter that makes everything else make sense. This is the part that when you're on the other side of it, when you're standing in the fullness of everything that's coming for you, you will look back and point to this exact moment and say that's where it changed. That's where I became who I was always supposed to be. That's where I stopped being who I was and started becoming who I was made to be. The failure is not final. The setback is not permanent. The door that closed is not the last door. And the version of you that comes out of this season, the version that has been through the fire and is still standing stronger and wiser and more grounded and more resilient than you have ever been in your life, that version is going to do things that the old version of you never could have attempted, never could have survived, never could have carried. You didn't fail. You're being forged. And everything that is happening to you right now is working together to produce something in you that cannot be produced any other way. I want you to do something right now. Just for a moment, I want you to stop scrolling, stop multitasking, stop letting your mind race to everything else on your list. Just be here for 30 seconds. Take a breath, a real one. Put your hand on your chest and feel your own heartbeat. That heartbeat is proof that it's not over. That heartbeat means you still have time. That heartbeat means the story isn't finished. And I want you to say this out loud, or if you can't say it out loud, then say it in your heart and mean every single word. This is not the end. This is the setup. I'm not defined by what I lost. I'm being developed by what I'm going through. What looks like failure is actually formation. What looks like a dead end is actually a turning point. And I will not quit. Not today. Not when I am this close. I will keep going. Say it like you mean it. Because you do. And because it's true. Before you go, I need you to do one thing. Just one. Think of one person in your life right now who is ready to give up. Someone who is sitting in their own wreckage right now, wondering if things are ever going to turn around. Someone who has been strong for so long and is running out of strength. Someone who needs to hear today that their failure is not final, that their setback is not the end, that what they're going through is not going to last forever. Send them this video. Not later. Not when you remember. Right now, before you do anything else. Pull up their name and send it. Because your share could be the thing that keeps them going one more day. And one more day might be exactly all they need. If this message reached you today, if something I said landed in a place that needed to hear it, I want you to drop a comment below and tell me what you're going through. Tell me what you're believing for. Tell me what you're fighting to hold on to. I read every single one. I want to stand with you in this. Your story matters. You matter. And you're not as alone in this as it feels right now. Subscribe if you haven't already, because every single week I bring you the kind of truth that actually helps you keep moving forward when life is doing everything it can to stop you. You are not forgotten. You are not behind. You are not disqualified. You're not too late. You are exactly where you need to be for what is coming next. And what is coming next is worth everything you are going through right now. Keep going. Keep believing. Keep standing. Your breakthrough is closer than you think.